Welcome to Learn It, a series of digital scrapbooking tutorials by Studio Wendy at Scrapbook Graphics. I'm super excited to join you today to show you how to use Lightroom to scrap with some of Katie's templates. And I had the opportunity to work with Katie and get some of her templates converted over to Lightroom format. And so we're going to take a brief overview on how to use them. They really are simple to use, really fast for creating the base of your page that you can then go over to Photoshop and add some elements and embellish in text and stuff like that. So I'm going to assume that you're familiar with Lightroom if you are interested in scrapping like this, at least as far as pulling in your photos and importing them and doing all that kind of stuff in here. So we're going to pick up from there after you've already imported your photos. What you want to do is create a collection to work on your layout. So over here under collections, you'll hit the plus button and go create collection and give it a name. And then all you have to do is go through your photos and select the photos that you want and drag them from the workspace here right into that collection. You can also drag in journal cards and background papers, anything you want to use to work on that particular layout, you want to go ahead and drag into that collection. Once you've done that, you want to scroll down to your collections here, click on the collection that you want to work with, and then head over to the print module. You can get to the print module through the top menu here. Once you do that, you want to make sure that you expand your template browser over here on the left. And that's going to show you all of the Lightroom templates that you have installed. You probably will only show two options in here to begin with. One is here, the Lightroom templates. Those are some pre-installed options. And then user templates. And this will be empty for you until you've created your own user templates and save them there. You can also create your own folders to store your own templates that you make right here in Lightroom. And I do have a class available on that over at Scrapineers if you want to check out how to make your own templates in Lightroom. But for the purpose of this, we want to take a look at how to load templates and how to use them. To load them, you have two options. There's what I call the easy way, and that is to add them right to your user templates here. What you would do is click on your user templates, right-click, and say Import. Then you would navigate into the folder of your download and go into the Lightroom templates area and select all of the templates you want to import and say Import. The other way you can do it is to copy the entire folder into Lightroom's preset folder. The benefit of that is when you do that, it will show up as a category here on the left. And the easiest way to find that preset folder is actually from directly in Lightroom. If you go to Lightroom, Preferences, click on the Presets tab up here, and then look for this button that says Show Lightroom Presets folder. If you click that, it will open up your presets folder on your computer. And then you can just drag and drop that entire folder of Lightroom presets right into there. Then restart Lightroom and it should appear right here. So you'll see here I have Katie the Scrapbook Lady sides templates loaded in here. And I want to explain a little bit because these templates are provided for you in three different ways. The first way is as single pages. So as we click through here, this is normally what you would see in Photoshop, just a single 12 by 12 layout. Then we have what I call the doubles. And the doubles are set up as 24 by 12. So two layouts on one big giant spread. When we save this from Lightroom to go over in Photoshop and embellish it, we will have a 24 by 12 file. And then the final way is what I call the singles. And this is two 12 by 12 pages set up right next to each other. They look just like the doubles, but they're set up as single 12 by 12 pages. The benefit of this is when we export this, we will be saving two separate 12 by 12 files to open in Photoshop. What makes that handy is then if you use this in photo book software or you want to upload them to print individual scrapbook pages, you don't have to cut the pages down. You already have them as individual 12 by 12 files. So let's get started in building a layout. And this is going to be the quickest part of the entire thing that I've just shown you. So I have up here one of the pages, and the first thing I want to do is scroll over and grab a background paper. And I'm going to take that and drag it into the background area here of the template. Now I have my photo spots that need to be filled in, so I can start grabbing and placing the photos that I want to use on this page. So I can just go through here and start grabbing pictures to place in here, and this is just the easiest part of the whole process. Once you drag a picture in Lightroom, it is automatically forced to fit the shortest side. So in this case, this is a horizontal picture. It's forced to fit the top to bottom, and there's some extra from the left to right. And I can control the placement of that by holding in the Command or Control key and dragging the image left to right or top to bottom until I'm happy with it. If I want my image to be cropped further than that, I need to go ahead and leave it highlighted, click over to the Develop module, click on the crop box, and then I can really control more specifically the cropping of that image. And the great thing is, if I do crop it and then pop back to the print module, it will automatically update in the box. So I'm going to go back and undo that. Okay, so let's just finish dragging in some photos here into the boxes. And there we go. Now see, in this one, there's so much white space here, but I can only move it left to right. So if I want to crop that one, I can just pop over to the Develop module, click the crop box. I can unlock the aspect ratio, which will allow me to crop down some of that white off of there. Then if I come back to the print module, it auto updates, and I can now drag it and position it, and I have less of that sky showing. So once I'm happy with my page, you'll see that only took less than a minute if I wasn't talking. Super, super fast. We need to go ahead and export this file out. So I'm going to click on Print to File. I'm going to give this a name and click Save. Just like that, my page is being saved out to a JPEG file. And from here, I'm going to go over to Photoshop and open it up and take a look. Okay, so here I am in Photoshop, and you'll see I've opened up my page, and it looks great. My photos are all in position and cropped just like I want them, and it includes my background. The one thing that I'm not happy about is that there are no drop shadows on these images, and that's where the overlays come in that we've provided for you. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the overlay that matches this particular layout. So in the original download, there's an overlays folder, and in there we can find the different overlays to match each of the various size options, including the singles and doubles here. So we want to find the overlay for the template that we used and click Open. All of the overlays are done in a very similar manner. We have a place to place our layout. We have the shadow overlay on top of it. And then we have the title bar that Katie designed as part of the original template on top of that. So what we're going to do is go over to the layout. I'm going to select it all and copy it. That's Command or Control A and then Command or Control C, and then pop back into the template. If I click here on the place layout above here before I paste, then my layout is going to go in exactly the right spot on the page. Now the great thing about this is if you don't like these drop shadow settings, you can easily go over to your drop shadows and apply any drop shadow setting that you want. So you can completely change that and make those settings custom here. And then you can also apply that same setting if you want to the title bar here. So now we can clip a paper to this title bar, we can remove it if we want, we can replace it with a title using an alpha, however we want to handle that, but that's provided as a separate piece to you. to add flexibility. And then from here, it's doing what we all love most. It's just decorating the page. So you can open up your favorite elements and kit to go with this and drag and drop those items on here and finish your page off. So this video took way longer to demonstrate how to make a page than it's going to take you to actually make a page. I hope that it's been helpful, and I hope it inspires you to give Lightroom a try for your scrapbooking. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.